Hi everyone, this is your Shafeek sir. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today also I'm going to explain the one of the important topic. What is the demographic transition of the population? Demographic or demographic features of population. Demography is nothing but the what is the size of the population is there in our India as well as in the world. It refers the demography is refers the size of the population, how the changes since a long time in the world and as well as in the Indian country. That is called the demographic transition of the population. Okay, today let us discuss that what is the demography and human resource development. This is the another chapter, second year students purpose. Before that, everyone please subscribe my channel. Who are not subscribe my channel, please subscribe it and share and like my channel. Okay. This is the one of the important topic for you. What is the theory of demographic transition? Theory of demographic transition. Demographic is nothing but a study of population. A study of population is called the demography. Demography is nothing but study of population is called the demography. A particular area, a particular country or in the particular world. So how the changing that population since 1901 to at present, how the increasing that population in our world, in our India, that is called as a demographic transition of the population. So demography is nothing but population. That population first time in our world, that population study uh, study doing by the W.S. Thomson. W.S. Thomson. He explained that that population changes through the three stages. Three stages. First stage. So this is the first stage from 1921 to 1951. That stage is called as the first stage according to the W.S. Thomson. W.S. Thomson. He was the first person to analyze the population in the world. W.S. Thomson. So according to the Thomson, three stages. How many stages? Explain that of total population. Three stages. First stage from 1921 to 1951. In this first stage, according to the W.S. Thomson, birth rate is increases and death rate also increases. Birth rate increases as well as death rate also increases. So demographic transition explain about the based on the birth and death rates of the country. Birth rate and death. Birth rate is nothing but per thousand live children. How much birth rate is there and how much death rate is there per thousand live children. So per thousand ki manam తీసుకుంటే birth rate ni death rate ని మనం క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ చేయవచ్చు. According to that, based on birth rate and death rate, so that population, how to increasing that population in the country. So first according to W.S. Thomson, from 1921 to 1951, there is a birth rate is also very high, birth rate death rate also very high. So let us discuss the what is the causes of high death rate. What is the causes of high death rates in the high death rates? Why? Because death rate is increases. What is that causes of high death rates in the world and in our India? There is some reasons are there. So high death rates, causes of high death rates. So during the 1921 to 1951, worldwide countries they are suffering the financial problems, and different war situations also is there. First world war, second world war, after that worldwide countries also they suffering the different crisis. Food problem is there, financial problem is there, and different problems are arising throughout the world. Due to that, birth rate also increases and death rate also increases between the 1921 to 51. So what is the causes of high death rate in our India? ఇండియాలో డెత్ రేట్ ఎందుకు ఎక్కువగా ఉంది? వరల్డ్లో కూడా డెత్ రేట్ ఎందుకు ఎక్కువగా ఉంది 1921-52 అంటే దే ఆర్ టేకెన్ ది పూర్ డైట్ అంటే ఆహారం చాలా తక్కువగా ఉండడం, డైట్ అనేది కరెక్ట్గా. సో దెర్ ఈస్ నో సఫిషియంట్ ఫుడ్ టు ది పీపుల్ అండ్ చిల్డ్రన్, అండ్ దెర్ ఈస్ నో న్యూట్రిషన్ ఫుడ్ టు ది చిల్డ్రన్. డ్యూ టు దట్ చిల్డ్రన్స్ ఆర్ డై. Bad sanitation, so there is no hygienic sanitation, good atmosphere. Due to that also death rate is also highly increases, and lack of medical facilities. There is no hospitals, there is no doctors, there is no treatment, there is no medicines between the 1921 to 1951. So there is a lack of medical facilities. Due to that also death rate is very high is there in the world as well as in our India. Low level of standard of living, that people's lifestyle is also very poor is there. Standard of living means they are not taking the proper food, there is no sufficient food, and their total lifestyle is very poor is there. And another reason is poor housing. There is no permanent housing, there is no permanent shelter to the people. Due to that they have suffering the different health problems or and other problems. The death rate is also increases. There is a low education is there. You know that at the time of independence in our India, literacy rate is only 11% literacy rate is there in our India. So due to that there is a educational development is not there. So due to that there is no knowledge, there is no awareness among the people. Death rate is highly increases. So you know that causes of death rate: poor diet, one of the main reason; bad sanitation, lack of medical facilities, low level of standard of living, poor housing, low education. Due to that the population death rate is very high is there. Death rate is very high is that. D stands for the death rate, B stands for the birth rate. And another cause is the causes of high birth rates in our India. What is the main causes of high birth rates? So బర్త్ రేట్ అనేది ఎక్కువగా ఎందుకు ఉంటుంది? వాట్ ఈస్ ది మెయిన్ కాజెస్, మెయిన్ రీజన్స్? సో డ్యూరింగ్ ది ఫస్ట్ స్టేజ్ అకార్డింగ్ టు డబ్ల్యూఎస్ థామ్సన్, సో ల్యాక్ ఆఫ్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ లేకపోవడం, చదువు లేకపోవడం వల్ల, దే హ్యాస్ నో నాలెడ్జ్, దే హ్యాస్ నో ఎనీ ఫ్యామిలీ ప్లానింగ్ awareness. Due to that birth rate is highly increased during the 1921 to 1951. If the educated couples are there, they can control the growth of the population, and birth rate also they can reduce that. But during this period there is no education among the people, among the couples. Due to that their death rate birth rate is highly increases because there is no education. And importance of agriculture sector. You know that India is the agriculture based country. Total agriculture was conducting by the labors only, that is depends upon the labors only. Due to that family members they want to increasing that size of the family, family for the doing the cultivation purpose. Automatically that is effect on the birth rate also increases. And no family planning system. Before the 1951 there is no any medicines, there is no any precautions, there is no any family planning methods are not using. Due to that highly birth rate is increases. These are the causes of high death rates and high birth rates. Causes of high birth rates: lack of education, importance of agriculture, and no family planning systems is there. And another second, this is the first stage, that's why birth rate increases, death rate also increases. And second stage, this is the second stage. Second stage, what is the time period? 1951 to 1991. So 1951 to 1991. This is the second stage of the demographic transition. So here in this period, so birth rate is increases but death rate is decreases. So, in the according to the W.S. Thompson second stage 1951 to 1991, birth rate is increases but death rate is decline means decreases. So, what is the causes of high birth rates and low death rates? What is that causes? High birth rates and low death rates. What is the main causes that? So, rapid first one, rapid economic development after the 1951, after the we have the independence of the country. So there are the lot of changes are changing. Agriculture development is there, industrial development is there, service sector development is there. Automatically if there is a good development is there, people's income also increases. So and they has no any financial problem, so that's why their birth rate increases but death rate is decline. Means people, so they want to take the proper precautions, health facilities and medical care. Due to that, death rate is decreases but birth rate is increases, because here rapid economic development is there, and educational facilities also increases. Everyone after the 1951 to 1991, gradually education is also developed in our country, rural and urban areas. Peoples has a good knowledge and awareness. Due to that, death rate also decline, birth rate also increases, and medical and health facilities increases. After 1951, gradually government increasing that medical facilities like that medicines, hospitals, doctors, everywhere that medical facilities increases. Due to that, birth rate increases, death rate is decreases. And another one, improving the diet also. So the food, quality food and nutrition food also properly taken by the people. That's why birth rate increases but death rate is decline in our country after 1951. And attitudes towards the size of the family. So attitudes toward the size of peoples, when the educated peoples are there in the country, education is developed in our country, automatically that people's attitude also changing. So a small family is better than the big family, and everywhere and everyone they control the size of the population. That's why that is the death rate also completely decreases. And this stage, second stage, this stage is called the population explosion stage. Population explosion. Population explosion means rapid growth of population. Rapid growth of second stage from 1951 to 1991. That stage is called as a population explosion stage. Population explosion. Population explosion means there is a high population, suddenly that crowd population increases than actual requirement. ఎంత పాపులేషన్ ఉండాలో దానికన్నా ఎక్కువ పాపులేషన్ అనేది మన ఇండియాలో పెరిగిపోవడాన్ని ఏమంటారంటే పాపులేషన్ ఎక్స్ప్లోషన్ అంటారు, ఫ్రమ్ 1951 to 1921. And another third stage, three stages, you know that first stage 1921 to 1951, second stage 1951 to 1991. In the third stage, that is the latter 1991. Here birth rate is decline, death rate also decline. Third stage, birth rate also decline and decreases, and death rate also decreases in the third stage. What is the main reason to decrease that birth rate and decreases in the third stage after 1991? So here causes of low birth rate and low death rates in our India. There is some reasons are there to decrease that birth rate and death rates in our India. Rapid economic development is there, so peoples are very busy, and people's having facing the more competition in the jobs or opportunities. So that's why they want to decreasing their birth rate. If the population increases, there is a tough competition is there to choose the any jobs or any work, whatever it is. So people's they want to control that birth rate, and as well as death rate also decreases. And another main reason is industrialization. After the 1991, number of industries started in our India, and different MNC companies also started in our India. Due to that rural people, they migrating to the urban areas. Rural people are the main cause to increasing the population in our India. But when the urbanization, industrialization is there in the towns and cities, all the peoples are migrated from the rural to urban areas. Due to that, at that time, in towns and cities, there is a living problem is there, food problem is there, and income problem is there. Due to that, birth rate also completely decreases and death rate also decreases. Industrialization, due to industrialization in the towns and cities. Urbanization అంటే ఏంటిది పట్టణీకరణ. You know that in the rural areas there is no facilities and there is no any income sources. So people's childrens are the main asset to that family member. If you have the big family, no doubt at all they want to get the more income in the different ways. That is the main thought of the people. But when the urbanization is there, and urbanization means, so towns in development చేయడం ద్వారా rural people, they are migrating from the rural to urban areas for the better life purpose, better income, better opportunities purpose. So due to that, they want to decreasing their birth rate and death rate. And urbanization, people think a small family better than a big family. Another main reason decreasing the birth rate and death rate, a small family is better than the big family. A small family is better than the big family. That is the thought of the people. Due to that, birth rate also decreases, death rate also decreases. Educational development also tremendously increases in our India. Due to that, birth rate also decreases, death rate also decreases. These are the three stages of the demographic transition of the population. First stage, in the first stage, birth rate increases and death rate also increases. In the second stage, birth rate increases but death rate is decreases. In the third stage, birth rate decreases as well as death rate also decreases. రెండు కూడా తగ్గిపోతున్నాయి ఆఫ్టర్ ది 1991. Okay, so this is the W.S. Thompson's theory of demographic transition. Simply there is a one graph also is there, how to increasing that population in the first stage. So this is the one x-axis, this is the one y-axis, x-axis and y-axis. X-axis, on the x-axis I am showing that stages of population. First stage, second stage, third stage. First stage 1921 to 51, 1951 to 1991. After 1991, B is nothing but birth rate, D is nothing but death rate. B are birth rate, death rate. First stage lo meeku telusu already. You know that first stage, in the first stage, birth rate also very high is there, death rate also very high is there. So here, so this is called as a, there is a birth rate is also very high is there, death rate also very high is there in the first stage. But in the second stage, birth rate increases but death rate is decreases. So here, birth rate in the second stage, birth rate is increases but death rate is slightly decreases. Death rate is decreases. Okay, death rate is increases in the second stage. Okay, and third stage, birth rate also decreases, death rate also decreases. Third stage lo chudandi, birth rate also decreases, birth rate also decreases, death rate death curve also downfall decreases. Okay, so this is the ఫస్ట్ స్టేజ్లో బర్త్ రేట్ ఎక్కువగా ఉంది, డెత్ రేట్ ఆల్సో ఇంక్రీజెస్. సెకండ్ స్టేజ్ బర్త్ రేట్ ఇంక్రీజెస్ బట్ డెత్ రేట్ ఈస్ డిక్రీజెస్. బట్ థర్డ్ స్టేజ్ బర్త్ రేట్ డిక్రీజెస్, డెత్ రేట్ ఆల్సో decreases. So this is the very important topic, short answer purpose. Okay, thank you for watching my video.